G6 Plus, it's not globally launched yet. It's rolling out slowly, starting from South Korea, Hong Kong, and more countries soon. So it should be in your own country very soon, sooner or later. Anyways, this is not exactly like a total upgrade from the G6. Usually when the companies use the term Plus, it's usually bigger or like higher in specs, a lot of changes. But this keeps everything the same. Processor is the same, battery is the same, the display is the same. It's the storage and the Qi wireless charging, in which it was already provided with the original G6 in North American variant, but it's new to rest of the world. Anyway, they have the little cleaning kit over here covering up the display, in which it already has a protective film on top of it by default, right out of the factory. And they have new colors: optical Astro Black, optical Terra Gold, and optical Marine Blue. And this one being optical marine blue. And here is the manual and the SIM card removal pin, in which we have it sealed. We're just gonna pass. And the charger, fast charge enabled. The device itself supports up to Quick Charge 3.0. And thus the charger supports 5 volts 1.8A, or 9 volts 1.8 amps. So that's the charger, and here's a USB Type-C cable because the device has a USB Type-C port, obviously, and the little OTG adapter. You can use this to transfer your data from your previous phone to your new phone, flash drive, keyboard, mice, whichever USB devices that you want to use on your phone. There is a microSD to USB Type-C port if you want to use your older chargers or cables or accessories or whatnot on your new USB Type-C device. And another thing included here is the B&O Play. B&O Play earphones is included for free, which has a tradition of not being available in North America. So I presume it's going to be the same for this one as well. The earphones themselves look very much like the one provided with the V20 in the rest of the world. So here is the pair of earphones that says B&O. So we have the G6 Plus right here. Is optical marine blue. You see the marine blue color right there. They said they adopted the lenticular film on it, so it reflects the light depending on the angle differently. So that's the new finish on the G6 Plus. And there's a new B&O logo and the power key with the fingerprint reader. Two 13-megapixel cameras, one's wider angle, one is normal angle. Hi-Fi 32-bit DAC is also included. LG has been having an interesting opinion on those G6 trims. One reason had a quad DAC, one reason had 64 gigs of storage, one reason had the wireless charging and whatnot. It was, to be honest, it was a mess. And this seems like a full package because it's got a wireless charging, quad DAC, 128 gigabytes of storage, B&O Play logo on it. So yeah, this seems like a whole package. Moving on back to the right side of the phone, there's a microSD card and the nano SIM card tray, 3.5mm headphone jack with the noise cancellation microphone. Volume rockers are right there with the USB Type-C port on the bottom, speaker, and the microphone is available. Now let's turn the phone on, and while it does that, let's do a quick recap of the phone's specifications. Snapdragon 821 quad-core processor, 4 GB of RAM, and 128 GB of storage, expandable, 3300 mAh battery. This is mil-spec certified and also IP68 water and dust resistant. And now that it has a settings screen, let's go ahead and do the whole thing. Okay, now we are in the home screen, and they have a new update that is also available on the G6 at the 32 GB of G6, since that's the same G6. And the first interesting feature is the face recognition. So if you set up the lock screen, let's go there, and there is a face print option. So that's what they call it. So we're going to enable that, and you can register your face, and when you raise your phone from the floor, it's going to automatically turn on the screen and the camera to recognize your face print, so they call it, and unlock the phone. It's definitely nothing new. Ice Cream Sandwich has had that, but maybe they have adopted for a different algorithm to be more secure, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested it yet. There's Qualcomm's new always aware power saving algorithm, and on top of that, they have added a feature that's going to warn you if you're blocking that wide angle camera. So in default, default is disabled, so you can get into the settings, and there's an option called covered lens. It lets you know when the rear wide angle lens is covered, most likely by your finger. So we're gonna turn that on and switch to wide angle, and I'm gonna intentionally block the lens, and there it has a warning. Make sure the lens is not covered. So it will be helping you to take a photo without any parts covered with your finger. Just make sure to enable it. And the Quad DAC equipped models are going to have the new microcontrol of the volume. Aside from that is the old G6. It's got a Dolby Vision and HDR10 compatible screen, metal build and glass back, and yeah, that's pretty much the basics about the G6 Plus. Wireless charging is in, B&O Play is in, B&O Play earphones are in, and you get to have double the storage. It's slightly more expensive than the previous G6 at $830 here in South Korea. I'm not really sure about the future rollout plans or the pricings as of now. I hope that happens pretty soon at a reasonable price. If you have more questions about the G6 itself, the rest is the same, so you can go watch my G6 review right there. And if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment. You can always meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. The color looks